Weatherford, and you are Erica McManus, and we're doing an interview here at Period. And you're already being filmed, right? And that makes you nervous. Okay. The whole rumor is that you're from Mars and that you think you're from the future, from the year 2084. Yeah. Okay. Is this? Do you believe this yourself? I'm just wondering.
Well, I don't like to just assign truth and like lies just outright like that. I think everybody should believe in something, even if it's silly, like maybe not put a whole lot of stock in it, but it's fun to believe things, and I think that if people want to believe it, then
they can.
That's okay.
Because you think it could help some people?
Well, I don't know how it could help anyone. It's just
to think that there's someone from the future and they really know what they're talking about, because there's also been I've only heard about things, but I wanted to hear it from you directly about there was some kind of catastrophe in the future.
Oh yes, the conflict is that everybody is dying because of nuclear radiation, and that's because when Earth starts developing nuclear rockets, the side effect is radiation, and though there's ways to prevent them, none of them are really effective at this point in time.
So you're trying to stop that before it happens?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Could you explain to us how you actually came back, or because you don't seem to be holding back any information. Some people would argue that you were violating the timeline by coming back and altering it.
Yeah. Theoretically, backwards time travel is impossible, but it's never been done before, so obviously there are a lot of things we didn't take into account.
It's never been done before yet, but in the future it has been done before, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I see. How were you able to come back though, when all of them were suffering?
Well, I'll explain that. If you look at the sun, right now it's 93 million miles away, and you're looking at the light from the sun. You're not really seeing the sun, so maybe it already exploded, and we'll know 8 minutes from now, because that's how long it takes for the light to travel through space. So you're really looking at the past, because that light is from the past.
The time it takes the light to get here.
Mm-hmm.
What you're saying. So you're saying through light, you can.
Well, if you exceed that speed of the light that's coming to us, you can actually arrive there before the light gets to us. So you can arrive in the past.
So
the problem with this is, it's crazy, but Albert Einstein is allowed for time travel in his theories of relativity and special theories of relativity, and general theories. But the problem is E equals mc squared. That's what causes all the problem, because if you have the speed of light as your constant, when you increase the energy, the mass also increases. So if you ever exceed the speed of light, you'll kind of explode into a million different pieces. What you need is a pressurized capsule inside of the capsule of absolute zero, and that absolute
zero, yeah, I've heard about that.
0 degrees Kelvin. Right. The particles are basically stopped, like there's no motion in them.
What shields you from the absolute zero environment?
Basically, the pressurized capsule is inside of a vacuum, and that's, I guess there's a rumor that I came here in a vacuum cleaner. No, it's just a vacuum.
A vacuum capsule.
Yeah, that also protects from various dangerous things in the universe.
What is this capsule comprised of? Can you tell us this? Because there could be people now that would want to go back even further, or perhaps go forward further.
I didn't design it. I didn't develop it at all. I really had little to do with it.
Did they choose you because you are not affected by the radiation yet?
No, I am. I'm gonna die, yeah, unless I fix this problem. They chose me because this experiment, known only as Operation Vespertine, was classified. 7 human beings in the universe knew about it, and my father was spearheading basically the whole thing. And when he died, the only one they could consider bringing in was me, because I was the next direct link.
What is the world population looking like in 2084? Because it seems like a pretty grim fate.
Oh, on Earth or on Mars?
On Earth.
On Earth, I think by 2084, I think like 40% of the population had already died. It's pretty grim.
And on Mars, are they affected by the radiation too? Was it what caused this nuclear holocaust that you're talking about? Was it a war between the two planets, or was it a conflict on the planet?
No, basically when Earth colonized Mars in 2019, they had to develop nuclear rockets to do so, because the chemical rockets you use now don't produce enough delta V to make it anywhere, and they're ineffective because you can't go to deep space with them. They, because they don't...
They go a lot faster?
No, they go a lot slower. Like, you have to rely on transfer orbits with the chemical rockets that are used now. Exactly.
All right. On to something else. When you are transported into a different time, how long does it actually take?
I was asleep most of the time.
Were you put to sleep, were you sedated, or did you fall asleep?
No, well, at first, because you're going this, the speed of light. How far away? The sun is 8 light minutes away. I wasn't counting.
You did, because if you were to move the speed of the rockets that you were saying that they used, the nuclear fusion ones that were used to get to Mars, if you were moving that speed, it would still take an extremely long time for you to get here.
Well, it takes 2 weeks with the nuclear rockets.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't have aged that much different anyway. But I'm just wondering if you were in that stasis, if you actually aged, because, if you're in, sorry, what was it?
Answered it or not, but like, why are you here again? I forgot.
Oh yeah, because the conflict is that everyone's dying from nuclear radiation, and the only way to solve it is to go back. Well, coincidentally, Operation Vespertine, the time travel project, was started around the time everyone started dying, like unexpectedly and suddenly.
Wait, so what are you doing now to actively stop?
Oh, prevent that?
Yeah.
Well, I've been given ideas from scientists in the present of how to stop radiation from being released from the engines of rockets, and there's certain things like things that act as shields almost, like one of them is it works like a revolving door. It brings in carbon dioxide and the radiation stuff, and it locks it in like kind of like a safe type of thing, so it doesn't go in the atmosphere and into.
Why'd you tell everybody? Like, why did you just not lead a normal life and just do whatever you wanted to do, but not have to evolve? Because everyone pretty much is knowing about this.
Yeah, that's one of the misconceptions. I didn't tell everybody.
I know, but it was word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth. I guess I didn't expect people to know about it at all.
By your belief through it, though, or your stated belief that you think it is true, people spread it. So do you think it is
You're saying that.
Do you think it is positively true?
Well, that's half the fun. The reason I'm telling you is because I know you won't believe me. And then that would get them started well, maybe she is telling the truth, or no, it's just stupid, so.
Is there any other proof besides the word of your mouth that we can know that this is true?
Where's the vacuum?
Are there any premonitions or any sort of items you brought back?
Well, apparently my shiny moon boots are from the future. I'm not wearing them today, actually. Hey.
What about your clothes that you wore?
My clothes?
Yeah.
I thought I dressed like everyone else, but apparently I don't.